Hi friends, we just wanted to do a quick review on a knife we just purchased and kind of a funny story on how it came to be. I bought the Tac Force TF-698 spring assisted lock back folding knife. This is kind of funny because I was on vacation up in the White Mountains this past year with my family, and my daughter my young daughter, she's 14, recently started taking an interest in knives and the outdoors and whatnot, and so I wanted to get her own knife. And we're walking through this pretty nice cutlery shop, for lack of a better term, in North Conway, New Hampshire, and they had everything from brand name Swiss Army knives to buck to all the great expensive knives that go for hundreds of dollars. And they also had some Tac Force knives. So I just thought it'd be nice to pick her up something. And I saw this one in the display case. Anyways, what I liked about it was pretty small and sleek, and I thought, oh, that's a good size for her to carry. And after we bought it for her and we got back to where we were staying, I'm looking at the knife, I'm like, geez, that's a pretty nice little knife. It's all surgical stainless steel, it appears. It's got a nice action on it. It's got this really nice clip, you know, like most do have these days. And I just kind of fell in love with the compactness of it, the sleekness of it. And I said, geez, I wish I bought one of those for myself. And hers cost about $10 at that shop. And as the weeks went on, I said, I really got to find myself one of those. And you know, if Tac Force has its own website, I haven't been able to find it. And you search Tac Force, you just see a zillion knives. And I said, the potential of me actually finding this online is going to be pretty low. But when we got back home, I was able to see that there is a model number on it, on the blade. You might not be able to see it, but it says TF-698 stainless USA design, handmade in China, which is of course really important. We all want something that's handmade in China, because that says quality. Insert sarcasm here or whatever. But anyways, as I looked at this knife, and I realized it is a pretty good quality knife. I mean, it's not something you're gonna bet your life on probably, but there's no blade wobble. Everything's nice and sturdy. It's got no plastic parts that I can see, and it opens and closes pretty nicely. There's a pretty strong spring in there, which can be adjusted via this screw right here. You just need a very small precision star or Torx bit that you might have in a small screwdriver set. You just have to be real careful that you don't loosen it too much. You just go a little bit at a time until you find that sweet spot that it opens right for you. I obviously had to loosen it for my daughter, and I said, well, I might as well loosen mine too. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this screw, make sure it doesn't work its way out. I have had a couple other Tac Force knives in the past that the only problem I had was occasionally a screw would back out that held the thing together. And you don't want to lose these screws because they're a bitch to find. You'll go to the hardware store and they look at you like you got three heads. You need like gunsmithing screws, or you have to go to like a gunsmith or maybe a clock maker or a clock repairer to find the right size screws. At least my hardware store didn't have the exact same things, but that was the only problem I had with Tac Force knives. You can always loosen these if you want, put a little Loctite on them. If you don't know what the hell Loctite is, then go to the Loctite website. It's a thread locker, but that'll keep those things from backing out. But anyways, like I said, what really attracted me to it was the fit and the finish. It's nice and compact. As you see, I have average size hands, I like to think, and it's so small and sleek. It's great for work. I mean, obviously not if you're, you know, using this knife for work, but if you need to carry something at work just for utility's sake, this is a great small knife. The clip is right at the top, so when it's in your pocket, You barely see it. As a size comparison, I'll show you some of the things I used to carry at work. Just a regular buck folder, pretty thick in comparison in all aspects, and no clip. It's got a nice little lanyard hole, which does remind me that they say on the website that I found on Amazon that this hole right here is supposedly for a lanyard. If you're so inclined, I suppose you could run some paracord through there. This is just a Chinese folder I used to carry, real heavy, a real nice knife as far as I'm concerned. No name on it at all. It's not spring assisted. It's just an old style lockback. I love this because it was so thin and because it was stainless, and I think that's probably what attracted me to this one. If your hands are sweaty and you're working with oils and things that are slippery, you probably would want a rubberized buck knife like this. But you know, for what I do for work, these type of things are perfect. And I've always been attracted to just something it's a real pretty smooth knife. And I currently, and sometimes still do, carry this automatic knife. This is a cheap Chinese thing. Blade wobbles, but it automatically deploys, and that's what I liked about it, because I sometimes had to open with just one hand in situations where speed was of the essence. But that's not really the case that much anymore, so occasionally I'll carry that. But as far as just carrying something in your pocket that's nice, that's light, that is there when you need it, this really does the trick. Let me show you what it looks like when it sits in the pocket of your pants. Now take a look at this thing, and you've got to remember that most of your jean pockets are going to be a little flatter here or horizontal here rather than these cargo shorts I'm wearing. But this thing, it almost disappears. And if you're wearing jeans, you're not going to see much but the clip. Just in case you see one of these on Amazon, you might want to pick it up. Again, Tac Force TF-698. I know it's a cheap knife. I paid less than 10 bucks for this, but I think it'll do the trick, and seems like what feels like a pretty quality knife, and I think you'll enjoy it. Again, guys, if you like our videos, please make sure you subscribe to Leston Media's YouTube channel. Visit us at scuffy.com. Hopefully there'll be some links in the video. Leave comments if you'd like. We really do get a kick out of your comments, and like us if you can. Thanks again, and be safe.